Hi, it's Aslana here from Eco Natural Wellness, and I'm going to be showing you a wonderful recipe for when you feel run down. It was introduced to me in 1992. That's how long ago it was introduced to me, and it was called flu soup. Since then, I have found out the original name for the soup, and it's called Bieler's Broth. Dr. Bieler was a pioneer in health and wellness, and this is his broth, and it's especially good for when you're feeling run down, when you've had the flu. It's an organic, quick, inexpensive, thrifty way to get yourself back on track for feeling good. So here's the recipe. It's very, very simple. You add in 2 cups of string beans, 3 whole zucchinis, 3 stalks of celery, as well as optional for carrots. You can also add in kale or potatoes. Of course, you want to cook the potatoes first before you put them in there. And then what you do is you take all of this. Takes about less than 20 minutes to make this whole delicious pot of soup. You take this, you dump the ingredients into the blender, and then you would add the parsley to that mixture. Optional to add miso soup, but Dr. Bieler also recommends adding cream or butter to your recipe. And you can check the ingredients in the video notes below the video. So we're going to mix that up for you, and I'm going to show you how it all looks. Here's a note though, however, if you are breastfeeding, do not use the parsley. It's contraindicated for breastfeeding. All right, so let's get started. So here we've added a little bit of the water. There's 1 cup of water that you steam these vegetables with. You want to be able to steam the vegetables so that they're still quite crispy. They're not too soft or too mushy. I did add the optional carrots because I feel like I really need that right now. So I just add everything whole into this blender. If you're using something like a different type of blender that maybe is not a 3 horsepower blender, I would probably suggest adding less or cutting up the vegetables more before you add them in the blender. But my blender actually will just blend this completely, puree it all the way down. Then what I'm going to do is I'll add the rest of what's in the pot together. Sometimes I've actually taken out half, put in the other stuff, and then mix it in a separate bowl all together. So however you get it all completely blended in and smooth, that's good for you. So we're going to go ahead and blend that now. And that's just blending it up real nice right now. So we've got our blend real nice in there, all pureed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the second of everything else as well as the rest of the water, and that's just going to get blended up real good. In the meantime, I am going to add in that handful of parsley. If you're doing miso, which I definitely recommend, do it when the soup is warm. And a lot of blenders actually can make your soup right in the blender by just adding hot water. So that's a terrific way if you've got a Vitamix or a Blendtec. I am actually using a Blendtec, and I love it, that you can add that miso in later on. But then the rest, you just store it up and put it in your fridge. So I'm going to add the rest now. All right, so we just added everything into that. I put the parsley on top, and we're just going to blend that up for you real quick. Adding a teaspoon of raw unsalted organic butter to mix it up yet, and then it should be done. Now that's your delicious flu soup or Bieler's broth, and it's so delicious. I think the butter really tastes great with it, even though it's just a little tiny bit of butter to it. It's creamy, it's rich, it's delicious. If you want to add garlic to it, you can go ahead and do that. And I just want to say thanks to Door to Door Organics for giving my organic produce delivery so I can bring you this soup today, and bring me the soup too, because I'm feeling that this is a great time of year to use this soup. So I hope you enjoy. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, if you have questions, I'll try and get back to you. Thanks, and don't forget to visit econaturalwellness.com.